Ho, 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 and welcome to the Long Run with Joel and Christy. I'm Joel.
And I'm Christy.
And we are doing our 12 days of Christmas treats.
That's right. And as promised, we are sharing another healthy recipe with you, just in case you want a little something for yourself. This one's a Nutella Peppermint Fudge recipe. Let's get started. Okay, here are our ingredients for our healthy Nutella Peppermint Fudge. Though I will tell you, I found this recipe on Pinterest under the healthy section. It's not exactly healthy, because other than using coconut oil, you're using something that has sugar in it, and sugar in it, and sugar in it. But that's neither here nor there. These are the ingredients that you need. You need coconut oil, white chocolate chips, Nutella, 2 cups, and crushed peppermint candy cane. Okay, so we've got 2 cups of Nutella. Or Nutella. However you pronounce it.
It's like pudding.
Yeah. Have you never tasted that?
No. No.
Come on, taste it. You might love it.
It's okay.
And we're going to add 3/4 of a cup of coconut oil to it. So we've got those 2 ingredients together in the bowl, and we're going to put it in the microwave. We're going to microwave it for 30 seconds, stir it, and then microwave it for 10 more. And then hopefully at that point, this will be like liquidy enough to just stir it. Okay, so as you see, it's liquid enough to stir. It's very liquidy, in fact. Okay, so I'm assuming that's what we're going for here. New recipe again for us, so this one's... But we had 1/4 cup of peppermint candies, and we're supposed to put half of that in there, so just going to eyeball it because I don't have an 1/8 of a measuring cup. 1/8 cup measuring cup. Okay, mix that around. We're gonna pour that mixture into the dish. Okay, it's pretty thin, so I take it, it's gonna take a little while for that to harden up. But that is our next step, is we're gonna put it in the freezer and let it harden up before we do the rest of it. We're going to melt a 1/2 cup of white chocolate chips in the microwave. It's going to be the exact same way that we did the Nutella. We're going to do 30 seconds, then 10 seconds. We're going to do 30 seconds, stir it, and then go another 10 seconds. And hopefully it'll all be melted at that point. And we just don't want to burn it. Okay? And then we're going to spread that over the frozen fudge. And we'll show you that when we get to it. Okay, hopefully we can see that. Melted. Okay, and we're just going to basically take it and slowly start pouring it out. We're just drizzling it on. Wow, I don't think that's anywhere near as thick as that should be. I think I'm going to use some more. I'm going to make it a whole cup instead of just half. I think that would be enough. I don't know if I didn't thin it out as much as they were talking about, or if that's an 8x8 square pan, so I don't know. Ooh, hardened up quick. Alright, so you definitely want to make sure that if you're going to do that, you're going to do it quick. To make that decision to do more than a 1/2 cup, because the 1/2 cup I put on there hardened up while I was melting the other one. So the peppermint may not do too good a job sticking to it because it was already hard. Forgetty frick. See, and I'm going to put some of this peppermint on here. On the top. which I don't think it's gonna stick in there because and I'm gonna do a little bit more because I don't know if you can see that or not, but I got one edge that doesn't have any in it. I'm just gonna do that amount. That's probably about 1/4 cup. Okay, like I said, I did more like a 1 1/4 cups. So you may want to go ahead and just use more white chocolate than that. And it would be better to have it all done at the beginning so that you don't have to let part of it harden while you're still making more. I don't know, maybe they didn't put it over the whole thing, but to me it should be, this layer needs to be corner to corner to corner to corner. It needs to be on the whole thing. Now I'm satisfied with that, and I'm going to take my peppermint and I'm just going to try to hit some of these ends where I redid that, and hopefully all this peppermint will stick. Okay, so we're gonna store this back in the freezer, and you can keep it in the refrigerator. It does say that if you put it in the refrigerator that it's going to have a softer consistency. It's going to be harder if you keep it in the freezer, but I'm going to put it in the freezer for right now, but when we're ready to cut it into smaller pieces, I'll probably move it to the refrigerator after that, okay? And we'll pick this back up when we cut the pieces. Okay, our healthy-ish peppermint Nutella Peppermint Fudge. And Joel's taking it out of the thing to cut them into pieces.
This is not going to be interesting.
Yep. Well, I already struggled with it because it said a certain amount of the white chocolate, and it wasn't enough. It was like, there's no way that I would be able to spread this across. So I melted more, and by the time that I came back from melting more, what I had put on there had already become hard. So I was like, that's gonna make this difficult because it's not, you know, clearly like that, like it's not sticking to the. Yeah. This isn't good.
No, this is not going to cut right. It's like you can. It's like some Nutella got real hard and.
And it didn't stick to the.
The white chocolate wouldn't stick to it.
Yeah.
So
new recipe. Yeah, every one of them's gonna do that.
Okay. Well.
Should we replace that one with something different?
Like
try, I don't know, but try to find something different that we could replace it with.
Well, I guess we could.
Because that's not going to work.
No.
Can't give it to anybody like that. The white chocolate peppermint is completely separated from the Nutella, so that's not good. But yeah, I mean, we could look through our stuff and see if we could find something that would work.
Okay.
Is that okay?
That's fine.
Because I don't want to do one and just be like, okay, this turned out to be a complete disaster. As you can see, all of the white chocolate layer is just breaking off away from the Nutella. We almost just trashed it and said, oh well, that one didn't work, so let's do a different recipe. But what we're going to do instead is tell you that I tasted the Nutella layer that has peppermint in it, And that tastes really, really good. So we're going to use that layer as the gift. So we're just breaking off the white chocolate layer from it because it wasn't working anyway. It wasn't sticking to it. And we're going to cut that into fudge pieces, and it is really good. And you don't have to keep that in the freezer, that may have helped if it was softer, but that's not what the person wrote. The person wrote freeze it or refrigerate it. If it had been refrigerated, maybe they would have stayed stuck together. I don't know, but I think it tastes really good without it. So just do that layer. You could even sprinkle some more of the peppermint on top before you put it in the freezer to let it harden. So I think it would be really good just like that. And you'd save yourself from having to buy white chocolate chips. And we salvaged our mistake there. In the square pan, it's got like 11. Make that 12 pieces in there. Like that. Excuse the mess, because, that was us saving the fudge. Anyway, these are the pieces that we also had left. And I'm guessing you could get probably 3 or 4 more out of that. What do you think, Joel? I think it's about 36 pieces, maybe?
Yeah, I would think so.
Okay. So maybe 3 more. So you'd get about 4 gifts depending on the size of your container and, how many you put in each one.
How much you like the person.
And how much you like the person. And so that's not bad. And we will put the price counting the white chocolate. Like I said, if you left it in the refrigerator instead of the freezer, which the instructions said you could do either one, and I chose the freezer, maybe that's why it didn't stick together. But if you didn't want to bother with it and you just wanted to go ahead, there is peppermint in the actual part of that. So it tastes really good either way. I think it's fine without the white chocolate layer. So that's just my opinion. And that is it.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more content from us. Don't forget to comment below and tell us what Christmas treats you're doing, or if you tried one of our recipes, let us know how it went in the comments.
Also tag us on Instagram at The Long Run with Joel and Christy. We'd love to see your creations.
That's right. So for The Long Run with Joel and Christy, I'm Joel.
And I'm Christy.
And don't forget it's a long run. Give yourself a little grace.
Bye.